Alrighty. Yes, we are here. I'm your nosy neighbor lady. This is your nosy neighbor lady show. And I'm your favorite baby mama with a lot of kids, a lot of baby daddies. We already know that. And I was thinking about the thing where they're like, people shouldn't, parents, I saw a thing on Instagram. It's like, parents should not release their children on the world at 18 with no income and no education and la 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 la. Really? In other cultures, at 18, you know what children do? They go to college or they go to a trade school. They don't live with their parents forever, but we live in a world now where more people than ever are living with their parents longer and not moving out. The younger people who do this, they will call it inflation, or I can't afford it. I would call it no grind or no hustle about yourself. I could not see myself staying with my mom over the age of 18, being a woman in my mom's house, doing what I want to do, how I want to do it in my mom's house. But I'm also older, and we see a lot of young black boys who are released to the streets at younger ages, and I think this is because they don't have fathers to show them how to be a man or to be productive in the home, but they want to blame black mothers, which sometimes black mothers are to blame for the troublesome behavior of their sons. But let's not miss that one parent can't do it alone. Let's not miss that it take a village, which we don't have a black community. We don't have support systems. Even when you are a single mother with the saying, mama, baby, daddy, maybe, it's like, it's already telling you, like, if you have this kid, it's yours. Nobody's going to help you. If you're lucky enough to have a good support system and a good mom or a good auntie or a good grandma, that's awesome. But we are seeing now where people really don't have support systems, and Generation X and older millennials are not babysitting. We actually, didn't we do a video or something about that? Where entitled millennial was like, people need to babysit my kids, yada, yada, yada. I can't find no babysitters for my terrible twos, my kids. But it's just like, I just thought it was a good question. Should people put their children out at 18? And people with kids say that you shouldn't, and people without kids say that you shouldn't, or however people feel on the side of this argument. I feel like a kid at 18 should be going to college or the army. That's another place people go at 18. And the thing is like, don't release them with no education, and that's poor parenting and yada yada yada. One thing about the black community as a whole, one mother cannot be two parents. One mother, and if she has multiple children, cannot parent an adult. Even when I listen to comedy, a lot of comedy stuff, they always say, my mama took us to church all the time. My mama took us to church all the time. And even with black women saying, oh, I want a religious Christian man. And they hold that dear to their hearts. I never heard a man say, I want a good Christian woman. Never heard that. Now, he might say, I believe in God. I think that's I think that's a sham. I do. I'm sorry if y'all believe it. We just agree to disagree here. But I think any man who's saying he's so totally religious, I just question it. You know what I'm saying? But I knew a guy, one of my ex-boyfriends, didn't tell me he didn't believe in God till later in our relationship, but had another guy do that. Later in the relationship, I don't even really believe in God. I'm like, well, why would you talk about it with me? You should have shut that conversation down back then. Or if I knew, I would have dealt with you or not dealt with you. I don't know what I would have did, but, he didn't give me an option. Because, of course, it was the ploy to act like you believe, to rope you in and fall in love and all this stuff. But it's just like, at 18, the government say they're an adult. At 18, they should be going on the course of their adulthood. At 18, my kids gonna have to figure out what they're gonna do with their life. And even as me being a parent, knowing that college is not everybody's option, will I help my kids pay their little bills in their little tiny apartment? Yes, I will. I would rather them learn how to be stable on their own and get used to giving a check and their money away, because that's what life is. Giving all your money away when you make it. It's never yours. It's not to free ball and do all the fun stuff that you want to do and buy all the clothes and all the shoes or all the snacks or whatever people do with their money. It's to pay bills. That's what money is for. And we have so many people. Even I was watching an old comedy special where they was complaining about the price of gas and just thinking about how things are going up. Things have always been times where stuff go up and outrageous, out of control. Even me, what I'm doing, budgeting more than ever in my life. Extreme budgeting 101. But it's just like, if we want to say how black women should parent, but don't agree that the men who birthed these children should help them parent, like, what is that? What is that? It's to blame the black mama. And are some black mamas at fault for raising men who are coddled, who grow up in criminality and criminal behaviors? Some of it, I believe, is that thing, nurture versus nature. Some people believe it's how you raise a kid, which is nurture. But nature comes from, some people believe that it's in a person's nature how they were born. It don't matter what you teach them or give them, they're going to turn out to be a criminal anyway. Or they're going to turn out like their genes anyway. I.e. how people, how they say high blood pressure run in people's family. You know what I mean? That's in your DNA or your genes or whatever they call it. I'm not a science doctory person or whatever. I'm not that type of person. But it's just like, I wonder what y'all think should kids be put out at 18. Because even when kids are put out, I moved out. I'm glad my mama didn't necessarily put me out. She told me as long as I stay in school, I could stay there. But our relationship was getting very toxic. Whereas me and my mom, we didn't have a toxic relationship when I was younger. Like now we going through whatever we going through now, but it's just a thing. But it's like, she didn't become different kind of until I got older. And I just think too much estrogen in the house sometime might not be good. But then we got to think about the black mama, black daughter curse that I think is a real curse. I think in our community, black mothers and black daughters have toxic relationships. And if you have a beautiful relationship with your mom, that's awesome, and cherish that. And I mean, hold it near and dear to you. You know what I mean? But I do feel like that's from generations of black women hating younger black women, or generations being intimidated, or not knowing how to communicate with one another, or being pit against each other for the attention of a black male. So I feel like that is connected to that. But had I not got out of my mom's house, but I knew I didn't want to live with my mom forever. Back when I was coming up, women really didn't live in their house forever with their mom. Men did, and grow to be 50 and 60 and live with their moms. But it wasn't necessarily a girl thing. Now we see more than ever. But I also feel like if you're off to college, you still live with your parent, because you're going to come back for Thanksgiving or Christmas or Easter break or whatever breaks they have in college. You know what I'm saying? Because my sister went to college and went straight through. But I do feel like, even my mom said, she was like, because my brother stayed with my mom on and off whenever he got mad at his girlfriend. And my other brother kind of stayed with my mom for a while. And she said it was another family, a neighborhood in our neighborhood. We knew these people 30, 40 years. We didn't grow up with these people. And she said one thing they did get right about parenting is making their children move out at 18, because they found out and figured out a way to survive on their own. And the only way that people build a backbone, to me, is to get out and live on their own and learn how to make it and pay your bills. But even with this dynamic where likes are greatly appreciated over here, we're struggling, we need them. I'm here, I guess, till I'm not. But y'all know me from know me. I love y'all. It's a toxic love over here, so what can we do? But it's just like, even with the young guys who are 14 and 15 doing criminal behaviors, and black mothers standing up for them and saying there's nothing wrong with it, and oh, not my baby, and being in denial and protecting them and coddling them from life, and then they grow up to be deadbeat fathers or homeless or go to jail, and these people are released on the world because I feel like because the mama can't deal with them at home, or the lack of parenting, which is lack of parenting on the mother part, but definitely absentee father on the other half of the puzzle for me. I like the other half of the puzzle. Because if they were fathers in homes that were good fathers or active fathers, or fathers to show sons how to be a son, or fathers in homes who said, oh, rap music is fake, you shouldn't try to be a criminal. Or rap music is fake, you should not objectify women. Or rap music is fake, you can't sell dope on the iPhone and on the cell phone, the feed phone. You know what I mean? So I just feel like this conversation should be left to the person who raising the kid, to me. Because me getting older and my kids getting older and me thinking about life and how I want to live it after my kids are older, I don't want my kids to live with me forever. And if they don't get out there and build a life for themselves, how are they going to have a life? How are they going to know how to survive in the world if they don't get out and build a life for themselves? How they going to learn that rent is due on the first? So if not, you going to be out. How they going to learn that? How they gonna learn that if you don't pay your light bill, you gonna be in the dark? The game is showed, not told. But I do feel like parents should prepare their kids to be adults. I do feel like that, which is a parenting style of mine. Even when I tell my kids, you gonna be grown. Ain't nobody gonna listen to this. Ain't nobody gonna care about that. You gonna be an adult. But I feel like my mom, when she would get mad, she would be like, get out on some just whatever she was on that day, tripping. But it helped me survive in the world. Even with my first guy I lived with, my kid's dad, I wouldn't have knew how to go and play along to get along, for how to be around a man and accommodate a man when I didn't have no money to buy nothing. I didn't pay no bills, and I was not going to live with my mama. Just period. I didn't want to live with my mama. But some people don't mind, or maybe y'all parents make the home so comfortable that you want to live with your mom forever and then be mad at your mom because she eats your cookies out the refrigerator. Like, that's just never been an issue of mine, and I just never want to live like that. But should people put kids out of 18, I think they ass need to be in their army at their college. Now, if they ain't got nothing set up for their life, or you ain't prepared them for nothing in their life, which is a failure as a black parent to not instill in their kids education, or the Air Force, or the Army, or you got to go get a trade or something, I do think that's a parent's job. But being a woman, raising boys who might not necessarily listen to their mothers, because males have more influence on male children, to me. And the culture has more influence on your male child than his mother, which I believe, on the quest to fit in, on the quest to find manhood. Even how we have so many black women who go to college and so many black men who don't, but they grew up in the same homes. But the women listened, but the men didn't. So I do believe that it's a lot of women who stand up for their sons, even though they're terrible criminals. That's only to their own detriment and to their son's detriment. But now we are seeing it in society. For sure, we are seeing it in society and the ramifications of that. But I don't think it's gonna last long. I think that the world is finna the world's finna change. So I really believe that in my heart. But I just wonder, should people put their kids out of 18 or not? But I feel like it's legal, and that's what I'm doing. So, because I don't want to live with my kids for the rest of my life, and I'm not paying for no grown-up to tell me what to do and what not to do, and got to clean up for grown people. I done cleaned up for grown people for 18 years. Now I got to keep cleaning up after grown people, and people want to tell you how to do and what to do, and won't give you no money to do it or no time or help to do it. People ain't gonna tell me how to run my house. Now we can agree to disagree. Don't fall out. Don't unsubscribe. Don't not know your girl. And like I say, my goal in life is to raise my kids to be productive human beings of society. That's my number one goal right now. That's my ultimate plan. So that they don't go out here committing criminal acts or go out here hurting people and causing chaos and destruction. But do I have control over that? And even if I do have a kid who is a criminal person, you think I want him in my house? You think I want a criminal in my house? If he do grow up like that because his father was a criminal, you think I want somebody like that around me? My bad. Call society. Call society. Because he ain't going to be in my house. Now I'm harboring a fugitive. Girl, let my kids clown. I can't wait to tell the judge to take him forever. He deserve it. He make an example out of him. Y'all better hope my kids don't get out there and act a fool. Because I'm telling you, if they do, I'm going to be the black mother on Capitol Hill saying lifetime for every kid who do XYZ and look like my son. Y'all better hope I don't fucking get my son don't act a fool. I'll sit on that damn White House line every day and say, let's lock them all up. Y'all better hope and pray my kids don't do it. Y'all better hope and pray. I'm telling you, I'm going to the White House, the mayor, the governor, and the president, and tell him we need to do a law to lock them all up. So, yeah, I pray for my children now. Because that's what I'm going to do. I'm telling you. Y'all don't gonna see me crying, talking about no. And if I'm crying, it's going to be I'm going to cry. Because we need to pass legislation to lock them all up. But I guess that's why I don't have a show, right? That's why I don't have a show. Because I feel like that in my heart. I do. But because people want their things and people work too hard for their things for the thuns to keep robbing and taking people's stuff, and then nobody can say nothing about it, or the media don't address it. And it's so funny. It's so funny. Because the only people who are going to suffer are black women and black children. And it's so sad because people think this world is not changing. And people playing la 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 for la 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 la. It's crazy. But anyway, that's the video. Should you put your kid out at 18 or let them stay at 18? I don't feel no type of way, but I know what I'm doing in my house. I know what I'm doing in my house. So while everybody the best parents in a black community, where 50% of the population are not parents, i.e. black men are not parents, i.e. why women don't want no husband or no children, because they know they'll be raising their children alone and they know they can't get married. So they figure, why I want something that's going to hurt you in the future, or something you'll never get. So, which is a stable home with a king. So, this feel like a good video. So stay innovative, stay creative, and stay thinking. Stay beautiful and wonderful you. Of course, of course.